Facebook's Lookalike Audience is one of the best tools that separates Facebook marketing platform from any others. Hi, this is Vishal Khali, and in this video we are going to learn about what is Facebook Lookalike Audience, why is it important, and a step-by-step process how you can set up a Lookalike Audience for your fashion business. So keep watching. You start with your existing audiences that you've already uploaded in your Facebook advertising platform. So as in the last video, we uploaded an email list of our existing customers. So you take that as the base, and from there we will create our Lookalike Audience. So let's elaborate this a little bit too. So let's say you have existing set of 1,000 customers who have bought at least some sort of item. Now these customers are in United States. So you tell Facebook, hey, find me people between 1 to 10% who live in US but who have similar characteristics of these 1,000 customers who have already bought stuff from me. So this is where you take advantage of Facebook's data mining that it does on all the users that use Facebook. So Facebook collects around 160 different data points on each one of us. So what Facebook goes around and does it finds you between 1 to 10% of the audience who have similar characteristics such as demographically, psychographically, somebody who has same buying patterns, either they own iPhone versus Android, where do they live, what is their behavior pattern, do these guys buy high-end brands like Prada and Gucci's of the world, do they buy Zara and H&M, or they buy the new upcoming brands, what is their personality, are they more political? So it does all these analysis and finds you 1 to 10% of the audience who has very similar to the 1,000 you uploaded, and then you take that audience because that's more likely very similar to your behavior of existing customers, and that is where you will find your next set of audiences. So let's dive into it and we'll see how to actually create it and what can we do with the previous custom audience that we uploaded. Hi, so welcome back. So from the previous video, we created our custom audience from the email list of our existing clients. If you recall, we uploaded around 490 people, like around 490 people, and Facebook found 300 of them who are actually active users on Facebook. So that's the reason why I was saying that when you upload your existing customers, you want to upload at least around 1,500 of them minimum, because then the likelihood of Facebook discovering at least 1,000 to 1,100 is very high. And because anytime you're running these type of ads, and when you're trying to create a lookalike audience from existing audience, actually you want to have at least 1,000 people as part of your size, because the more people you have, then Facebook is able to understand more characteristics of those people, and then the lookalike audience that it will create actually will be much more relevant. But in this example, we have a smaller number, but for you, I would say have at least 1,000, size of 1,000 people. So as you saw here, we have an email list of existing clients. Another set of emails you can also create is email list of potential blog subscribers or prospects or potential clients who have interacted with your brand but have never bought any stuff from you. So you could have another custom audience here that says email list of subscribers or prospects, and then you have a certain number here as well. So think about your marketing funnel, right? So first step is the people who have never heard of you, don't even know you, they're out there, and that's the first set of potential customers whom you want them to learn about your brand. Second step is the second part of your marketing funnel would be, so these are the subscribers or prospects or people you met at a fashion show. So these are the potential clients who have either subscribed to your blog or dropped in their email address at a trade show or whichever other way you have collected them, but they have never made a purchase from you yet, but they're familiar with who you are and what your brand is. And the third step is where you have existing set of customers who have bought from you at least once. So your goal ends up being here is, how do I get people from my first step who don't know anything about my brand into get them to subscribe to my blog or maybe become prospects and then convert and actually buy stuff for me. So let's say I'm oversimplifying it, but if you think about, these are like the basic 3 steps. So let's say if you have created existing set of customers here and you want to have lookalike audience that looks very similar to your existing clients. So what you will do is you'll go to create audience, and once you click here, one of the options it gives you is lookalike audience. You click here, and now it gives you an option like, what do you want your source to be? So typically what I want to do is I want to use my existing emails that I have uploaded. So I want my source to be email list of existing clients. So here, this is the email, the custom audience that I've uploaded because I know these are my existing customers. So I want people who look very similar to this. But you can also use another email list. If you have an email list of subscribers, you can also create a lookalike audience of these are the people who have subscribed to you, but have to have similar patterns. So location, so let's say we're going to look for United States. And now what Facebook does is it says audience size. So it gives me audience size ranges from 1 to 10% of the total population of the country you choose. So in US, it tells me that 1% of US audience is about 2 million people, and it's going to go find lookalike audience from this 2 million people that has very similar characteristics to these 300 people that I have uploaded. So you can also scroll, you can get like up to 2%. Why is it not scrolling? Here we go. So you can get, 4, 5, and up to 10%. So typically I will tell you to start with 1% because this will be the most targeted audience, that lookalike audience that you can have. And then run your ads and see if this actually converts. So when this audience starts converting, then for the next step, you can actually go to, 2% or 3% and moving forward. But start with 1% because this will be the very, very niche and very targeted audience who's much more likely to be your next customer. And the more percentage you keep going, the number of audience gets larger, but then it's not that targeted as much. So let's say I click, I want 1% of people in the United States, and I click create audience. So now what Facebook does is it's going to start creating audiences for me that has similar characteristics as 1%. So it says uploading audience. So this step, typically it'll take, I don't know, like 30 minutes to an hour. Depending on how many people you have uploaded here and what the country is. So I'll set up these ones and I'll go have my lunch and then come back and then it will be done. So this is the lookalike audience that I have just in US. So let's say if you have a fashion brand that you're actually shipping international. So now I can also create lookalike audience in different countries. So I go back to lookalike audience and I pick my email list, my existing clients, and I'm like, okay, I also ship in Australia or England, or India or China, wherever you do. And let me find lookalike audience that looks similar to this one in Australia. So I type in Australia. And as you can see, the Australia has a lower population than US, and it found that 159,000 people is around 1%, which will have similar characteristics to the existing audience that I've uploaded. So I click create audience. And now it started creating, lookalike audience for me in US, as you can see in US, and then the second one is in Australia. So you can create multiple lookalike audiences depending on whichever country you are able to do shipping in or whichever country you want to grab audience into. Another step you can also do is, so this is for your existing clients. So let's say, as we talked about, that if you have email addresses of your prospective clients or your people who have signed up with your blog, you can follow exact same pattern and create email lists or lookalike audience that are similar to the people who are prospective or who are prospective clients or who are prospective subscribers to your blog. So let's say you have a similar audience. So let's look at this example here. So now when you want to run your ads, you want to run, so this is the audience that is very similar to your existing customer, but they have never bought from you yet. They probably don't even know what your brand is. So if your funnel is that you have seen that when you're doing your customer acquisition funnel, it always works better than once people have heard from, when people become your blog subscribers, and then they have to interact with you at least 5 to 7 times to see email or newsletter updates from you. Then when they're familiarized with your product, then they convert better. Or maybe for your particular brand, once you show them an ad, they don't need to go this particular sales funnel. You have seen that you have had customers that actually, if you show them an ad or give an incentive, even without having familiar experience with your brand, they actually buy directly from you as well. So especially if we're selling like men's fashion, it works well too. So then you can target them directly here. So what I would do, let's say for example, is I will show an ad to these people if I want them to subscribe to my blog, and then potentially I want them to convert. So I will start showing them an ad or offer them, a free download, or if they drop an email for this particular ad, and they can potentially win a particular item, because my goal would be to collect their email address so I can add them into my newsletter. And then I know if they have seen newsletter from me, they have interacted with me the fourth or the fifth time, then they potentially convert. So I can show them ads that will incentivize them to click on my landing page where they drop in their email address, and then I connect with them. Or what I can do is, since I know these are the customers, they have never bought, I can show them an ad that gives them, hey, for the first time buyers, we're giving away free shipping, or first time buyers get 20% off. And then what you can do is, when you're running that type of ad, you can target these with that offer, and you can exclude your existing clients, because you don't want to show them the ad that encourages first time buyers and giving them 20% off, because then your existing clients will think, hey, I'm your loyal customer, why am I not getting free shipping or free 20%? So when you run that type of ad, because you want to collect people's email addresses here, or you want them to buy your product, and you want to give offers to the first time buyers, you create an ad, and then you can exclude this particular list from that advertising campaign. And the similar thing when you can do as well in the previous case, that if you want this audience to come and on your landing page and you want to collect their email address, then you don't want to show that same ad that's giving them that, hey, drop in your email and be part of newsletter, to the people who are already your email subscribers, because they will be like, I'm already a subscriber, why am I seeing this ad? So when you're running that type of ad, which asks people to, hey, drop in your email and be part of our sweepstakes, and that's where you're collecting email addresses, then the email that you have uploaded here of the people who are already your subscribers, you can exclude that email list from this audience as well. So you have to look at what works better for you, which flow works. And this is the power of Facebook Lookalike Audience, that you can be very, very specific to targeting ads what works better for you. You can exclude certain email lists, and as you start getting more and more data, so for example, when you have subscribers or prospects eventually become your existing customers, you can move them from the subscriber email into the existing customer email, and that will automatically exclude them from the ads that you don't want them to see, because now they've already purchased from them at least once. Now you don't want to show them the ad that incentivizes the first time buyers. So then you can upload this email list here, and now they will not see the ads that you're showing them for the first time buyer. So this is really, really powerful, and I do this for my clients all the time, because you have multiple email lists on different countries, different prospects, different behavior, and then you can show them ads that is very, very targeted for them, and move them through your funnel and eventually get them to a process where they'll make a purchase. So hi, this is Vishal Kalia from Rogueline and Fashion Marketing. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, drop them in the form of a comment. And please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any other topics in mind that you want to learn more about, drop the information in the comment, and we will go around and I will create a video for that. So thank you very much for your time, and have a wonderful weekend.